Some women are in relationships and are married to some men, and they just waiting for him to do something wrong so that they have an excuse so they can get back out to the streets.
Because, okay, this is what also irritates me. I am so tired of these women calling me ugly. Okay, they'll call me ugly when I don't even know what they look like. Take off the 10 pounds of makeup, okay? No, seriously, if you're gonna insult someone's appearance, and they do the same thing to the men. They used to call Kevin Samuels gay. They would call him ugly, like, I don't want to sleep with you anyway. Okay, before you do that, I want to see what you look like with no Botox for 3 months. I want to see what you look like without your waist trainer. I want to see what you look like without all the shit you put on your face.
Fillers.
The lip fill. Because when you think about it, it's really lying. Because you're telling the guys that, like, imagine.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
So I want to talk about why men of this generation are scared of women. And I think that has to do with a bunch of reasons, and I'm going to go into it. But number one, dating apps has made it so that men do not have to risk anything to go on a date with women. Back in the day, you used to have to at least go to a bar and risk rejection in front of your friends or embarrassment or any sort of thing like that. Now it's just guaranteed. Men can go on an app and just swipe, and if you match with them, they know that you at least have interest in them, so there's literally no risk. Second, I think that people having phones and girls always recording things definitely scares men because they always think that, like, a girl is going to record them and call them a creep. Men are so terrified of being called creeps. I think it's like one of the things that they fear the most. They never want to be that creepy guy, and now in this generation everything's recorded and put on TikTok, so they're scared about that. And the third reason I think men are scared of women is because they just don't have motivation due to pornography and things like that to even go on dates, and they're so scared of being, like, called a creep or getting, like, accused of something that it's easier for them to just say inside. I'm not saying this is an excuse, and men, you need to get out there and get over this, but I'm just explaining why I feel like men truly are scared of women in this generation.
Don't shave your booty hairs for no man, cause sis, in 2 days, that booty gonna be itching.
I think if we all put our fucking foot down and we get off the dating apps, men are gonna go back to talking to women in public because they don't do it anymore because it's just so much easier to go on an app and swipe. I really feel like when you get out of the mindset of allowing men to, like, behave mediocrely with you, when you get out of that, you'll realize that it's almost impossible for someone to come with, like, the pressure right off a dating app because they've never had a conversation with you in person. They don't know who you are. How can I expect you to, like, want to plan an amazing date for me and the only thing you have to go off of is 4 prompts and some photos of me? When somebody meets you in person, there's more of that initial connection, so they're more likely to be a bit more emotionally involved with you. So this is your sign. Get off the apps, go find your man at Erewhon, the gym, something. Anyways, I'm going to Pilates so that I can get my body right and tight.
Right.
Except every time males approach these women, they get shamed and treated like garbage. This 304 is only talking about the top men approaching her in public, and even then, she's saying this because she wants to be validated and have the right to refuse men. She wants us males to sacrifice our dignity so she can feel empowered, rejecting us in the worst way possible. Especially, like, in front of her friends, so they can all laugh like hyenas. So she can call males creeps and thirsty and act like a victim on social media. No, thank you. More males would actually message her on the dating apps if she set the height limit lower than 6'2", and if she gives more than 1 or 2 word responses, or actually responds to the males that she matches with. Says the woman who never had to approach a woman in real life. Exactly. That's why you should never take dating advice from women, because they have no idea how hard it really is for the average guy. The average plain Jane can still access top quality men, while the average Joe will be lucky if he can date a cute female. It's too late now. We know too much about female nature, no takebacks. I'm always surprised that almost every post like this, there are males in the comments section that have gone MGTOW either knowingly or just quit on their own. Bottom line is that it just proves what we've been saying for years. If guys who've never heard of this community are coming to the same conclusions, that the juice isn't worth the squeeze anymore. Notice what she says here. Get off dating apps so you can plan an amazing date for me. Not get off dating apps because it's easier to get to know one another if we first meet in public. female narcissism continues unabated. These modern women are looking for a butler, not a boyfriend.
I can't relate to none of you bitches because I will cheat so fast. I'll cheat. I don't give a fuck. I will cheat. I will cheat. That nigga come back from Popeyes and he don't have all the motherfucking sauces that I asked for because I be asking for hella sauce. If I go to Popeyes, if I go to the Mexican spot, I need mad sauce, nigga. If you come back with only 3 sauce, I don't know. I have to cheat on you. Like, I'm not playing fair. I'm not playing fair. You know I don't like no dry ass food. Now I gotta cheat.
Because living in a man's world is boring. Men don't have nowadays nothing to offer besides money, and because they don't come with real value. Men value have decreased immensely throughout decades. Literally, you guys do not believe in honor and street code.
Street code? Shut the fuck up! Oh my god!
Why not Trojan? Who is teaching you this foolishness?
Yo, the amount of fucking women who have the audacity to speak on relationships, and then you can just tell based off of the shit that they say, they've chosen some of the worst men imaginable to date, and then claim that it's a whole societal problem, that men's value is wrong because of fucking street code? Are you dumb?
Shit. Just burn the whole goddamn.
Get drunk, wake up, I'm wasted.
If she says, you're always insecure and controlling, you never let me go to the nightclubs, you always want me to unfollow and block me guy friends. What the fuck she's trying to say is you don't let her cheat in peace. Now stay woke in these streets. Big burn, she's for the fucking streets
4 positive differences in dating in your 30s. For one, you don't have to wait around. No one that you find that's your person in your 30s is gonna make you wait 3 years for a proposal. You are gonna get engaged probably within 8 months or a year and a half, so that's exciting. Number 2, you know how to communicate. In fact, both you and your potential partner know how to communicate really well because you've done the work on yourself and you've healed from all of the past stuff. Number 3, you get to have the wedding or no wedding of your dreams because you can probably pay for it and you don't have to rely on your parents. Number 4, because you are so confident in yourself and have worked on that through the years, you can have those tough conversations like, so are we moving in together or what?
No man is rushing to marry a post-wall woman, especially today when they know they're getting some leftovers. Men were rushing to get them in their early 20s and 18, but these 304s would rather live an SEX in the city lifestyle. It's only now at 30 when they realize that they're not 21 forever, but it's too late, so they start to wait for the rest of their lives for a man to save them. The not knowing how to communicate dribble is one of the dumbest talking points out there, as if no one knows how to form coherent sentences till they turn 30. What she and these females mean by communication is they decide to finally stop playing games and actually act like a responsible adult. But that's because they, after 13 years, mature out of necessity in order to sucker a man to save them. I mean, find a man to commit to them, obviously. So top commenter says, know how to communicate? 30-year-old males still don't. It's not that men don't know how to communicate, it's that they don't or don't need to. These women go for men that they're not qualified to be in a relationship with, end up giving them SEX without a commitment, and wonder why these Chads and Tyrones don't communicate past saying date and time for the next time they screw. In short, if these alphas already smashed, why would they need to say more? They already got the box, so they're on to the next thought to add to their notch count. A man finally comments, digging in your 30s is a world full of divorced people, many who have been more than once. I'll stay single. Except a divorced male isn't the same as a divorced female. The male gets stronger from the damage, while the female gets broken by the damage.
There was a study done in the 90s, and what they found out, I think, still holds true today. So what they did is they took a group of men and they took a group of women and they categorized these men. So it was like high status, t-shirt, McDonald's. Same thing with the women. High status, t-shirt, McDonald's. And then they asked, the men, okay, would you go to coffee with this person, go on a date, marry? And in all 3 categories, the guy didn't care. He's like, yes, sure, whatever. With women, it was a whole different story. Women went to the high status man for the majority of them. So that was for coffee, date, marriage. My takeaway on this is just goes along with the trends I've been seeing. So We are in this Kardashian culture and have been for, I don't know, 10 years. I don't know how long they've been on. But this idea of perfection has just been kind of unseen before. I mean, before we had magazines, we knew they were kind of airbrushed, but what we see now, women are doing eyebrows, microblading, dermaplaning, eyelash extensions, hair extensions, lip fillers, cheek fillers, breast implants, butt implants, fat transfer, taking ribs out. I mean, literally women are taking their ribs out. So I think just the pressure and the unattainable like beauty that they put on themselves, they're also putting that sort of unattainable image and desire on a guy as well. And that's why these guys are backing out, because guys know, like, that's crazy. Like, we can't do all that. Like, some can. I mean, it's the small minority can do that. But for the majority of men, they're not going to be able to get to your high standards that you not only put on yourself, but you're putting on these men too. And I don't even know if women are aware that they're doing that. And if you think about it, it's really a beautiful thing that men will just kind of take you as you are. Like, they don't need you to be high status, or they don't care where you work. If you work at McDonald's or you're making six figures and some executive of a company. But look at what we're doing to men. We want them to just be everything. It's unattainable. They're getting out of the market, and rightfully so. So I even asked my brother about this. I said, hey, is this true? Like, men don't care? He's like, 1,000%. Men could give two shits. And I was like, that's going to be a topic then. So anyways, guys, follow for more. Comment below what you think, or, you know, even ask your friends, talk about their experience, and like leave it in the comments, because I think we're onto something.
This one's going to be a shocker. I went on a date. But wait, it was good. Like, really good. Finally. They say you're supposed to know in like the first 5 minutes if things are going to be good. Things were going to be good. Yes. So I made a bold move. I invited him to a barbecue with all of my friends. But he agreed to come. I wanted to impress him. So I went to the liquor store and I bought his favorite drinks. Take a stab at my love language. There was a 7-day window from date to barbecue. We spoke 4 out of 7 days. No plot twist. Things were good. Fast forward to the day of the barbecue. I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, and I'm excited. Hey, Happy Paws, keep it down over there. Guess who doesn't show up? I love looking stupid. I text. No reply. Text again. No reply. Thank you so much for that. The next day, his excuse, I needed to stay home with my dog.
Alright, so the spinster in the video is a single mom because she used hashtags mom life, dating, Tinder, over 30, too old for this. Also, this single mom wouldn't have this ghosting problem if she didn't ghost the father in the first place, because karma's real, fellas. And this post wall is still not realizing her value, as in she almost has none. The man she dated sounded like he was what she was looking for, however, she only qualified for a friends with benefits, not a real relationship. So when she invited him to meet her friends, she was implying that she wants a commitment and he did the right thing and became a Casper. Or maybe they really had chemistry, but his dog was actually sick, so like a responsible person, he stayed to take care of his dog. Besides, his dog will never divorce or not be happy to see him. And her quick judgment, plus rush on TikTok, probably made him realize it wasn't worth dating her. These women on social media automatically disqualify themselves from a commitment because they'll air out anything private to get validation and attention from the internet. So single mothers are already behind the 8 ball, and her rushing into a relationship or using social media will make it almost impossible to find a good guy. The top comment said, "Geez, what's wrong with people? Like, why does this dating stuff have to be so hard? Women do this all the time, especially when they're in their prime. They ghost on plans if there's a higher bidder." She responded, "I guess this was my mistake. Showing interest was a no, lol." These females like to gaslight by saying showing interest. It's more like wanting a commitment, especially after one date. Thanks to feminism, men are trying to do the least amount possible to get into the bedroom. I don't like the way everyone is blaming you. You did nothing wrong. He was just hiding his true self from you, probably a lucky escape. We only heard her side of the story, so it's hard to know what really happened. But if we take this at face value, she was trying to pressure him into a relationship right away by meeting her friends after the first date. One lady gets it. Can't get too excited after first date and can't invite him to anything for at least a month. Too soon. To be honest, he might have done the same thing after a year of dating. Single moms are not commitment worthy.
Can I give you a big hug? No, thanks.
Men are not allowed to have preferences, standards, and boundaries.
Oh,
like,
yes,
look at the
men
vitriol.
are totally allowed.
so
allowed to have preferences.
The shaming language has been through the roof. It's insecure. It's controlling. The P word, like it's been almost crazy. Like the degree to which you are trying to pathologize men's almost innate attraction to women who are not promiscuous. Like you're pathologizing men's attraction to women who are not, basically.
No, I don't think. We weren't saying like you guys can't have preference. I
No,
feel
but you're saying it's pedophilic that men are attracted to women who are not
because
promiscuous
if you,
or
look
who
at society and the way things are, like it's totally like this big. Like the porn industry makes so much money on like fetishizing pedophilia. About how like
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
That's illegal.
This popular cosplayer who went by the name of Inquisitor3 tragically took his own life recently on TikTok Live following a slew of false accusations against him. His home was successfully entered and CPR was performed, but tragically his father has confirmed his passing. He was only 23 years old. His accusers are a 20-year-old man who we only know as Tito, this adult woman who we only know as Keegan's Mask, and Tito's 17-year-old minor girlfriend who we only know as AJ. The plot to forge false allegations against Inquisitor3 began in mid to late September when Tito and his minor girlfriend AJ began exchanging texts like these. AJ asks, "What the f are we gonna do?" Tito responds, "It's not a life or death crisis, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof." However, their attempts didn't work, and as you can see here, when AJ attempts to say things like, "I love you, date me," Inquisitor3 plainly rejects her, saying, "You should ask in general if you can DM me." She says, "Oh, sorry, can we get to know each other?" Nope. Why? She says, "I'm not a minor," a lie, but he says, "I'm not interested, I'm sorry." AJ even acknowledges that Inquisitor had minor DNI, which means do not inbox, in his bio, and she chose to still lie. This is her messaging Keegan, talking about how they need to get more evidence. So at the behest of these two adults, Tito and Keegan's Mask, AJ then offers to start doing some editing work for Inquisitor3, which he accepts, believing she is an adult. Once AJ started doing edits for Inquisitor3, she, Tito, and Keegan's Mask began saving any and every message that read as even remotely flirty between the two of them in their campaign against him. But Inquisitor caught on to this and even started to call her out. He said, "I'm not a fan of the way you acted." Huh? If you can please stop texting me, you'd be very kind. Damn, what did I do? I just want you to see this. You know me, you know who I am. I never exposed you. I just want to talk with you again. As he becomes more and more wise to the accusations they're starting to make about him, she starts to act even more stupid. He provides screenshots, however, of her saying, "You do know he's a, right? I got a lot of proof." He says, "So who's this?" That's when she starts to say, "I didn't do that. Oh, no way. My friend Diana's on my account." He says, "Bro, get a life." And in early October, after Inquisitor3 decided to finally stop talking to AJ for good after hearing she was trouble, Keegan's Mask led the charge and they launched their attack against him. It wasn't much, but Keegan's Mask began sharing these messages out of context in a desperate attempt to paint Inquisitor as a predator. The thing she left out, however, is that these were just enthusiastic responses to him finding that she had created so many edits for him in such a brief amount of time. And also fully believing she's an adult. But because she's a pretty popular girl, Keegan's Mask's accusations spread like wildfire, and after multiple days of online and offline attacks, having the worst and heftiest accusations lodged against him, and believing that his life was over, Inquisitor3 left us. Keegan and Tito have both issued statements, not apologies or condolences, mind you, but excuses that all they did was share their concerns. But as the rest of us remain devastated and broken in the wake of these unnecessary lies, we do have a lot of questions to ask. Should minors face repercussions for lying about their age online, especially if it results in so much damage? Is there any justice these false accusers will face, or will they just remain anonymous trolls online forever? If you are a man feeling depressed, anxious, or struggling at all, please remember that there is a crisis hotline at 988 in the States, or just reach out to literally anyone. I can promise you that your brothers would always rather you cry on their shoulder than them be crying at your funeral. Rest in peace, Vincent. You didn't deserve this, man.
And this is why a lot of males don't want to work with any female, because all it takes is one false accusation and your life could be ruined. And why are minors even allowed to have accounts on social media in the first place? So many females under 18 voluntarily sneak into bars and talk to grown men on social media for attention. So if you ever employ anyone, especially online, to avoid this, you should get a copy of their driver's license. And as for the 2 adults plus this minor who all conspired to do this, they should all face prison time for at least 10 years each, if not 23 years, which is how long the streamer lived until he deleted himself. AJ and Tito deserve jail time for this shit. All 3 of them gotta be behind bars, including the minor who should be tried as an adult to be real. Due to how Inquisitor's story ended, I think they can all be charged on unaliving charges, right? There has to be justice for this poor man. And someone responds to the comment claiming, basically bullying that leads to someone ending their life is manslaughter and to 15 years in prison. I hope that's true, but sadly, this type of thing happens all the time, and I never see any justice served for false accusations. The accuser gets treated like a victim, and even her identity is hidden after the fact. So another person claims, legit definition of third-degree deletion. What is third-degree deletion? Manslaughter? If someone intends to harm only but accidentally deletes a person. I hope that's true too. If anyone's a lawyer, please let us know in the comments. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.